Standard 4 Environmental Studies. Chapter number 2 The Interrelationships Between Living Things. A riddle to solve. An age-old tree with a thick strong trunk gives deep, dark shade from a scorching sun, like an old man's beard with many strands. It has ropes for swinging from every branch. Which is this tree in the picture? It's a banyan tree. Can you tell? Plants in our surrounding are useful to us in different ways. The names of some plants are given below. For what purpose do we use their leaves? Betel vine. Its leaves are popularly chewed fresh by the Indians. Flame of the forest. That means palash. It is used for timber, resin, fodder, medicine, and dye. The wood is dirty white and soft, and being durable underwater, is used for well cups and water scoops. Fenugreek. That means methi. Fenugreek is used as an herb, dried or fresh leaves, spice, seeds, and vegetable, fresh leaves, sprouts. Vasaka. That means aduvasa. It is widely used herb in Indian herbal medical system, mainly for treatment of respiratory disorders related to cough and mucus. Curry leaf plant. An aromatic leaf often used in Indian food. The needs of living things are met in their environment. We have many needs like food, water, air, clothes, and shelter. All these needs are met in our surroundings. In fact, food, water, and air are the needs of all living things. They are all fulfilled in the environment. But there are differences in the needs of each kind of living things. For example, the water that a mouse drinks in an entire day wouldn't be enough for an elephant even at one time. Think about it. Butterflies feed on the nectar of flowers. Can a frog do the same? A sheep eats the leaves of shrubs. Can a tiger do the same? A fish can breathe in water. But can a pigeon do that? Bulrushes grow in water. Can a lemon tree do so? Can you tell? If fish leave the water, will they be able to live on land?
No, fish cannot live on land. It will die.
Try this. Take two small boxes. Label them box 1 and box 2. Fill them 3/4 with soil. Make the soil moist enough to sow seeds. Sow 2 sprouted moth seeds. That means mudki seeds in each box. Give 2 spoons of water to the soil of box 1 only once every day. Give 4 spoons of water to the other box 4 times a day. Do this for 6 days. What will you see? The plants in the box 1 are growing well, but the plants in box 2 have begun to root. What does this tell us? Plants that are not aquatic plants cannot grow in marshy areas. If they get more water than they need, they rot. Any type of living things will be found only where all its needs are fulfilled. Let's take the example of the tiger. A tiger has strips. A tiger lies in wait for its prey among tall grasses. Its prey cannot see it in the grass because of the strips. These are animals like the deer, the nilgai, and the bison in grasslands. When the tiger is hungry, it can feed on them. For a tiger, there also needs to be a water hole nearby, which never dries up even in the summer. There must also be hills or mountains in the area so that it can find caves for shelter. A tiger inhabits an area where all these things are available. Can you tell? From where do we get silk?
We get silk from silkworms.
How are trees useful for monkeys?
Monkeys live on trees. They also get their food, that is fruits and nuts, from trees.
How are trees useful for birds?
Birds build their nests on trees.
What happens if termites make a tree hollow?
If termites make a tree hollow, then that tree gets destroyed.
We keep animals in order to satisfy some of our needs. They become dear to us. We look after them well. We feed them. We take them to the vet if they fall ill. These animals do return our affection. We get milk, meat, eggs, and several other things from animals. Some animals are useful for carrying burdens or drawing carts. Domestic animals are also used to help with the heavy farm work in fields. Dogs guard our houses. Sheep give us wool. Do you know? Even the excreta of domestic animals are of use to human beings. The dung of cattle is made into dung cakes. They are combustible. They are used in some places as fuel. A combustible gas called gobar gas is also obtained from dung. That too is used as a fuel. Manures made from cattle dung and sheep pellets are good for plants. Farmers use them for growing crops. Just as we need animals, we need plants too. Plants give us food grains, vegetables and fruits. We love flowers too. We use them for many different purposes. We got flowers from plants. We also get cotton wool from plants to make cotton cloths. We grow plants that are useful to us methodically. We sow seeds. We make sure that they get water. We give manure when necessary. We spray pesticides if they are attacked by insects. Plants too, given to us abundantly. They satisfy our needs. Other living things also get their food from the environment. For example, chameleons eat insects when they are hungry. Some snakes eat mice and frogs. Tiger eats deer. Goats and sheep eat leaves of plants. Cattle eat grass. New term, arboreal. This word comes from the Latin word arbor, which means tree. Arboreal means living in trees. Animals like monkeys and squirrels live on trees. It gives them certain advantages. Being at a height, they are better able to defend themselves from their enemies. Besides, they can eat the fruits of the trees to satisfy their hunger. Such animals are said to be arboreal. Unknowingly, they help the trees with whose support they live. As they move around here and there in the surroundings, they spread the seeds of the fruit they have eaten through their droppings. Because of this, new trees grow in different places. Some types of birds too find trees useful for building their nests. Do you know? An egret rides on a buffalo's back. When a buffalo is grazing in a grassy area, you are very likely to see an egret riding on its back. What could be the reason for that? A certain kind of egret feed on different kinds of insects. Grass is full of all kinds of insects. But because they are hidden in the grass, the egret cannot see them and catch them. As the buffalo treads on the grass, it frightens the insects, which fly out of the grass. The egret on the buffalo's back makes no mistake in swooping down to catch and eats them up. Seasonal changes in living things. 1. What is the Marathi name for mango blossoms? When do mango trees blossom every year? Mango blossoms are called mohar in Marathi. Mangoes start blossoming in the end of winter. Does the banyan have leaves throughout the year? Yes, the banyan tree has leaves throughout the year. We see frogs everywhere during the rains. Where do they disappear in summer? During summer, the climate is very hot. Therefore, the frogs make holes deep in the soil and live there to protect themselves from the heat. Which is the season for jamuns? We can see jamuns growing on the tree in summer. We have three seasons: summer, the rainy season, and winter. It is very hot in summer. We wear cotton cloths and drink plenty of water. In rainy season, we use umbrellas or different kinds of raincoats and hoods to avoid getting wet in the rain. In winter, we wear woolens and other warm cloths to protect ourselves from the cold. Just as the tree, seasons affect us. They affect all other living things too. We see these changes taking place in the living world every year, year after year. Winter in Maharashtra is also called the season of Pangal, that is, falling of leaves. That is because many trees shed their leaves in winter. The coats of many furry animals become thicker in winter. This keeps them warm in the cold season. This growth of hair is especially noticed in animals like sheep and some types of goats and rabbits. The end of the winter is also time for the mango trees to start blossoming. These blossoms are called mohar in Marathi. At the close of the month of the February, it becomes warmer and by March we begin to feel the heat. It's time for summer. In this season, many trees get new leaves. Forests appear to have taken on a copper color because these leaves are reddish and shiny while they are tender. Their color changes to green as the leaves grow bigger. The call of the koel is heard in many places. In summer, the market is full of mangoes and watermelons for us to buy. This is the season for these fruits. Although mango trees grow all over Maharashtra, the Konkan region is particularly famous for its mangoes. It is also the season for cashew nuts. The red-yellow cashew apples can be seen growing on the cashew trees on the hillsides in the Konkan region. In June, black clouds make their appearance. The rainy season is a short way away. By this time, we begin to get jackfruits, jamuns, that means Java plums, and karvandas. The seeds of grass and other plants lie scattered all over the ground. They sprout and start growing as soon as it begins to rain. It becomes green everywhere. This greenery is soothing after the hot summer months. Sometimes we can see the rainbows with its 7 colors in the sky. As it becomes wet everywhere, frogs appear. We also hear the loud noise of frogs croaking all together. For us, the rainy season is the season for crops to grow in fields. Farmers work hard in the fields. As the rainy season ends, it is time for winter to make a comeback. It gets colder and colder. This is not good for the frogs. They go deep under the ground for a long period of slumber which lasts for 7 or 8 months. What we have learned: the needs of all living things are met in the environment. There are differences in the needs of different living things. Some arboreal animals like monkeys and squirrels live in trees and feed on them. Their dropping help trees to grow in new places. Some birds build their nests in trees. Each type of living thing thrives where all its needs are fulfilled. For example, tigers live in grasslands and aquatic plants live in water. Changes in season affect living things. In winter, trees shed leaves and animals' coats grow thicker. At the start of summer, trees get new leaves. In the rainy season, it becomes green all around. Frogs appear and crops grow in fields.